I wish we had like a higher shelf.
That's
oh, wait.
really what we need.
Oh, yeah.
I used to use that thing.
Should we bring that over here?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Healing Circle number 53 and a half. And we're doing a special show tonight, and I'm hoping to have everybody who's invited join us. But right now, we have the amazing JB's Russell and his wife, Luz, from California. Hello.
Peace, love, everybody. How you feeling today?
Good evening, everybody. How are you?
Hey, Jean. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us. I'm sorry about our lighting issue right now. We're trying to work as well, work with the light as well as possible.
But the good thing that is definitely blatant, I am of darker skin tone and my wife is of a lighter organs. But together we are quite bright.
And together you shine extra bright.
Yes,
we sure do.
Yes.
So we're hoping that Michael Harris is supposed to also jump on. So hopefully he'll be jumping on. And actually I could turn on my phone, I guess, for a minute and see if he is able to join us. We do have one viewer on right now. We're also waiting for a woman named Linda, who's supposed to be also joining us, and a gentleman named Steve, also from California. And
cool.
Yeah, and he said he was going to try and get on, like what we're doing here, video, and if he couldn't, he's going to call in at 11 o'clock and join us by phone.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Either way, love is all that matters. So
yeah,
cool. Yeah,
exactly. So you and Johnny Luz have been out in California for what, about a year and a half now?
Yeah, sure have.
Absolutely.
Sure have.
And Johnny is in the music business, and he's an amazing writer and singer and performer. And he's going to be on my SGN radio show. Oh, look at that, more light.
Yeah, there we go. We're working on it.
March 3rd. So that'll be really exciting.
Yes, can't wait for it. It's coming down. It's going down.
Okay, Michael's asking me what he does with this. So, Johnny, how did you get on? How were you able to get on? Michael's having a little issue.
Oh yeah, no problem. I got the Google Hangouts option that was available through Google through the email that you sent us, and they just gave us a little bit of directions. Wasn't too crazy, but
it was very simple. The Jean,
the only thing to check out for, well, go ahead, babe.
No, I was gonna say, Michael, the only thing that you're probably looking for is Jean left a like a link for you to just click on it right in the email, and as soon as you click on it, it'll basically connect to you. But I'm pretty sure that you guys have to make sure that you're friends first.
Yeah, well, we are friends.
Yeah. Oh, okay, then it shouldn't be no problem then.
There may be just a few things like settings wise as far as for your internet to check out. Check out by chance if it may block out Google related things or any pop-up kind of things, because that's what I had to
plugins, right?
Yeah, I had to actually unplug or unclick one of those things and allow it to accept the video. So that might be just a little trouble that it might have.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for Michael, what I'll do is I'll leave my phone on. And then that way he can still communicate with me to let me know what's happening on his end. So anyway, it's so good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here to join us. And we talk when you and I get to talk on the phone, we talk about like what's happening with the energies and what we're noticing and what we're witnessing. And you're out there in California, and I know it's a sunshine state, but can you tell me what you are noticing out there with the energies and with the dispositions of people?
I think it's a great thing, and thanks a lot for the question. I think that's a great question too. Out in California, it's really a beautiful place, of course, but with a lot of those things that come with the cliche of things like that, a lot of those things get taken for granted, so where there's so much sunshine, people are kind of filled with a lot of darkness. because they don't really get to either appreciate the sunshine or even notice their own sunshine. You know, they just kind of accept it as a part of the weather rather than a gift from nature. You know, so I feel like that's something that I get to sadly observe, but gratefully not experience. You know, in that sense, I try to contribute more of light conversations as well as just actions, you know, and the things that we do out here. Me and Luz both, you know, so.
And we come across a lot of different type of energies. Like we'll come home after, you know, a work day, and he'll tell me about all the crazy energies he's, you know, encountered, and I'll tell him about all the crazy energies that, you know, I've encountered. Not everybody lives by the, you know, peace, love, and happiness type of way of living. You know what I mean? A lot of people do have dark and, I guess, sad spots in their life, and maybe not fully healed, or maybe just that's the way they are. You know what I mean? But I try to be, you know, I try to be my name, and I try to be the light of, you know what I mean, of the place of where I'm at. And
you are, baby.
Oh,
you are. You don't have to try. You do it, Luz. Both of you.
Oh, thank you.
I know you're shining all the time. And I know you're out there and you're shining those wings and moving them and sending out that angel dust energy.
Oh, thank you so much. I love it.
Yeah, seriously. Because you're right. There are so many people that are sleeping, and it's sad because they take so much for granted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They definitely do. And they just don't know, you know, we come from a state where we have actually 4 seasons. You know what I mean? I feel like this state only has probably about 1.5 to 2 seasons. And I just feel like people don't know really how good they almost have it out here. Like, it's, you know, not even like just with the weather, just with everything else. Like, it's a beautiful place to be at, you know, overall.
It's a beautiful place to be as long as you're in a beautiful place within yourself.
Exactly.
About witnessing, you know, what's happening out there. You know, what I notice here in Vermont is that a lot of people here are the same way, and I think it's like that everywhere.
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
everyone, because there's people like us, and there's more people in California that are like-minded like you both.
It sure is.
Yeah.
There's some good energy out here too.
That when we're witnessing it, you know, it's for me, in a way, it's a kind of like sad on my heart, because it's like, oh, if you only took off the blinders.
Yeah, that's it. That's really it. And we see that with a lot of our just encounters in general, from customers that we have in our own jobs to just our regular day-to-day encounters with people and neighbors and stuff like that. So it's really interesting. And I mean, you're still trying to look at the sad part, you know?
Well, and you're in the music industry, so you must come across that even a lot more than that.
Yes. In the music side of things, I get to see a lot of light, you know, that's happening for a lot of good reasons. Even some of the events that I get to go to and stuff like that, it's still a lot of positive energy that people are really trying to contribute. Even though there's a lot of negativity obviously out here, this is like the home of course, where I live, Hollywood, and where some of like the biggest giants and monsters that have a lot of just dark ulterior motives, you know, as far as the energy that they're trying to put out really come from, you know. There's no lying or a blind eye towards that. But at the same time, because a lot of people are at least wising up and getting chances to become a one with their light self, you know, instead of just the dark energy that surrounds a lot of people, they're gaining that at least opportunity to have an awakening. Because, you know, just like you taught me a long time ago, and I appreciate you always with our encounters, you know, it's the choice that we have. It's not that we have to go in this direction. We don't have to at all. But I mean, if we would at least water our garden with a lot better seeds, we'll have some fruitful responses, you know, and rewards out of it. So that's what I'm at least able to connect with when I look for it.
That was beautiful, the way you just put that.
Oh no, you're beautiful. Thanks so much. You know, we appreciate.
No, I mean, that was so beautiful the way you just worded.
Thanks.
So while we're waiting for Luz to come back, why don't you tell everybody about about your music career?
Yes, well, my music career is still a beautiful work in progress that I'm enjoying every day. You know, it's constantly gaining water on that fruit, flower, and vegetable. So, you know, I just try to put out a lot of positive energy in a melodic sense. You know, it is hip hop for sure, just the era and everything that I was born from. But it's an influence of everything that I've always listened to and all the things that probably a lot of other people have at least felt as far as the emotions and, you know, just the diversity of what your heart kind of feels. You know, it's not always a good emotion your heart feels. Sometimes the bad emotion your heart feels is actually getting you to the better place, you know, and opening that room for more light. So, you know, it's a bit of all of that, and I just try to make it in a good way that we all can appreciate, you know. So yeah, that's a bit of what it is. It's getting past the Rubicon.
Mm-hmm. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think part of your mission in your writing and in your singing is to bring, you know, yes, notice and validate all the things that are going on, but how you can bring it together and change your world.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I believe that all of the people that you know, I at least come into contact with and I appreciate and even just get a chance to share my music with, we're dream drivers, you know, and that means a lot in the sense of wherever and whoever you are, you know, you have to do more than just chase the dream, because, you know, it almost makes us just run after things. And we're drivers in our sense, just the same way that you always shared that we're light warriors, you know, in our own sense. So, you know, we fight for the light, you know, in the good sense for that. And we surely like to take the wheel and drive our dream. Hey, hello, my new friend here.
Hello.
Hi, Michael.
Lily,
hey, Michael.
Much love.
Peace. Peace, sister.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome.
Michael Harris, I'd like you to meet Luz and Johnny Russell.
Hey.
Hey, Michael.
Blessings, my friend.
Yeah, I'm pleased to meet you both.
Very much.
Pleased to meet you too. Good evening.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm from Vancouver, Canada, province of British Columbia, western part of Canada.
It's a beautiful. Glad to have you.
Yeah. So carry on, and I'll just jump in when I can.
Oh no,
that sounds great.
You came in right on time, brother.
Perfect.
Because Johnny was just sharing with everybody about his music and his lyrics and where his heart is on that level and on that path. And we had just also, we're talking about, you know, what kind of things are you noticing living out in California with the people? And he was saying that, you know, he notices that a lot of people are not as awakened as you would think for sunny California, and that there's the majority of the people will take things for granted. So that was where we left off, and Johnny was sharing about his music while Luz was doing something.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, don't apologize.
I was just going to say I was right in the middle of
free for all show. So Michael, please tell us about the ceremony.
You summed it up perfectly, though.
We're talking about love, Michael. Tell us about your ceremony today.
Oh, we had an amazing time. Wab Canoe, he's a native from Manitoba, province of Manitoba. He's been in town here for the last couple of days. He used to be on CBC. He's very involved in politics. He's running for the NDP in Manitoba. But he was, his father, and all the main heavy chiefs, big-time chiefs that were dealing with the federal ministries of the government of Canada since for the last 30, 40 years. So he's been really connected. So he came in and did a couple of presentations, which were amazing, talking about reconciliation. And that's where the government of Canada and the United States tried to basically get rid of all First Nations for many different ways. And one of them was to steal the children and take them off to residential schools and that kind of thing. So that was an amazing thing. What I found really interesting was that aside from his personal sharing of himself and his family, the message about our life givers being the leaders and how we have to respect each other, and how reconciliation is just not a Native thing, it's everybody's business, and we need to come together. And the fact that the non-Natives did so much bad stuff to First Nations, we're not blaming the people who are alive today. You know, and even the people that were doing the things, you know, there's good people doing bad things because they're stuck in the policy of government and that kind of stuff. So that was pretty interesting, because here in Canada, we're really very active about getting reconciliation going. Setting that aside, this afternoon, we had an elder. I've adopted him as my uncle because he's also one of my mentors, and he's 72 years old. So we had a big honoring for him today for his life's work with the people. And he went to residential school himself, but he's managed to heal, because a lot of people who went to residential schools and that kind of thing, their pain was so great that they ended up using drugs and alcohol and other things to help compensate the bad feelings that they had. Mm-hmm. And so he's healed, and he's helped a lot of people. So today we had a wonderful ceremony in lifting him up. We had a big feast. There was giveaway, that kind of thing. So it's that's love. Today was all about love.
That's awesome. As it should be. As every day should be, is all about love.
That's right.
Right on, Mike.
So are you too spiritual as well?
Absolutely. You know, if anything, I'd love to always reclaim that and claim that. You know, I think it's where we begin before we materialize, you know, even as one in bodies, you know, so spiritual for sure.
Absolutely.
And Jean and I have talked about this, and if I can just comment for a few moments about this, is that as human beings, we are spirits having a human being experience.
Yes.
When we show up and we're little children, we can see spirits. We can see the spirits in other people's bodies. We can see the spirits that are not in bodies. And people say, oh, he's got a little friend or she's got a little friend. Well, no, those are real spirits that they're seeing. And hopefully they're good spirits.
Yes,
absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
You're absolutely right.
You know, as we grow older, somehow we start losing that ability to see the spirits.
Oh,
but
man.
The beautiful thing about it is we can reclaim it once we realize that we can re-find our spirituality.
Absolutely.
That's so true.
Yeah, and the first step is finding yourself, going within, and loving yourself, and knowing that you are worthy.
Most definitely.
Society sets it up so that we teach life givers that men are better than life givers, and we teach men that we're better than life givers. What's wrong with that is the life givers are really better than men, because they've got the control, the understanding, the awareness, the love, the compassion, everything. And what men have, their responsibility is to provide and protect. So now, having said that, is how do we go within? And that's the big question. That's the first step of finding your spirituality, and that is healing your spirit. Now, how do we heal our spirit? Well, there's different ways. But one of the first ways that's easy for everybody, and you don't need to go and buy anything, we're not marketing anything here, is that simple thing. When you wash yourself in the morning, you're busy there at the sink and you're washing your face, and you're combing your hair.
Yes.
Now, you're making yourself beautiful. Now it's time to make your spirit beautiful. And what you do is you look yourself directly in the eye, eyeball to eyeball in the mirror, and you say to yourself, I love you. I love you. And then you say, you are worthy. Now, there's going to be people who can't do that. They'll look away, they'll start crying, or they can't speak.
Yeah.
That's because their spirit is hurt. That doesn't mean you stop. That means you need to get through it.
Absolutely.
And you do it and keep trying and trying and trying. You like that?
Absolutely.
I absolutely love it. I absolutely
it.
love it. Can I add something to that, Michael? It's
You
funny
certainly
that you say
can.
something like that because in my mirror right now, I've had basically since we got this little apartment, smile, it's going to be a beautiful day or something like that I have written over there by the mirror. You know, the same mirror that we look at ourselves every single day. We wash our mouth. First thing we look at every single day. Smile, it's going to be a beautiful day.
Yes.
Every
Right on, I like
single
that.
day. And I have it written right there. Just,
Now you
you
need to
know,
add,
loosen us
I
up.
love you,
Yeah.
I love you, and you are worthy.
And you know what? Those are the two things I'm going to add on to that.
Going up.
Woohoo.
You
Thank
know
you
it.
so much, Michael.
You
Can I
know
give
it.
you
You're
one to
welcome.
add too?
What's
I
that?
am abundant.
Yes.
Would you
I am
say?
abundant.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I like that
That's
though.
awesome.
I'm going to put that on my mirror. It's going to be a good day. I just naturally intended to be a good day, but you know, why not put it up there on the mirror, right? I like that, Luz. Thanks for sharing that.
No, thank you very much for having us on. Yes, absolutely, Mike. I love the shirt.
You know what it is? On the 24th of February here in Canada, it's the day where we're going to shut down bullying. Because what happened was a boy showed up at a school. This is going back a few years now. He showed up at school and he was wearing pink. And the kids teased him and bullied him all day long.
Mm.
And so what happened was a few boys at the school went out and they raised some money and they went and bought 50 t-shirts that were pink. And then they came back to the school and they asked the other students to wear the pink t-shirts to show the bullies that were standing up to you, and that's okay for boys to wear pink if they want to. And
Awesome.
it's turned into a national campaign. And
Yes.
instead, well, we use pink, but we also use orange. And but the orange is about stopping the bullying. And once we stop the bullying, then we got love.
Yes.
That's all. That's all.
Because we know that people out there who are being bullies, they have no self-love. Which is not necessarily their fault, it's just what they've been programmed.
Yes.
That's right.
Just the exposure. So
I agree
true.
with you.
And then the next step is to take the ownership and then take the steps to love yourself.
Absolutely. There's still room for improvement and, you know, for transformation, manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You know what? I'm embarrassed. My memory is really very poor when it comes to remembering names, and I need to know the other two guests' names again.
Oh, no worries. Go first, baby.
Oh, I'm Luz.
Like a light.
Liz?
Luz, like light.
L-U-Z.
L-U-V. Okay.
Z.
You like in zebra.
Oh, Z. Liz.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Oh, Luz.
Yes.
Absolutely. And
Your name
I'm
is?
Jonathan. I'm Jonathan.
Jonathan. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, I love you.
You may know me as J-Biz, which just stands for Just Being Zone.
Right on.
Absolutely. Pleasure to meet you, Mike.
I love you both more than yesterday.
Hey,
Oh, we love
isn't
you
that
too,
cool?
Michael.
Love you back, brother. Love you back, man. Absolutely.
Aw.
I want to share something with you, Michael. Johnny and Luz are twin flames.
Woohoo! That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
they are such awakened twin flames, and as individuals and as a couple, that they are a very powerful example of how a couple might want to be living in the fifth dimensional vibration of love.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Hey, we appreciate your loving observation as well
we
as,
definitely do, Gene.
positive energy towards it. You know, we really appreciate it and we're allowing and receiving of it.
But what I'm saying, I'm complimenting the two of you as a couple and a twin flamed couple, that you are very both much awakened and you are an example out there when you're out there in the world.
Yes, we try to be. We try to continue, shining for everyone else and, hopefully encouraging and awakening others shine, in the process.
Well, you
Absolutely.
two and another couple that I know, Earl and Hannah, who are also twin flames, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be twin flames. I was just stating that you two happen to be.
Absolutely.
But for your young generations, for their young generations, Michael, I don't know how it is that you're, who you come in contact up there with the younger generations, but Earl and Hannah are about the same age as Luz and Johnny, and they are examples here in the ways where if something comes up that needs to be discussed or handled, it's handled in a mature way, in an adult way.
Divine diplomacy.
Not in a meltdown, slamming, storming out of the house.
We're not about that drama over here.
Divine diplomacy.
Not at all. We super chilled and calm and just enjoy each other.
What kind of ceremonies do you two do?
Oh, we love to meditate, together. And my wife, she's gotten heavily more into yoga herself now,
yes.
So it's really a cool transformation seeing her.
That's great.
Yes, absolutely. But if anything, just cherish each other's, real true self. Not the out or external, but truly just what's the heart, and love from there.
Do you get a chance to go out and spend time with Mother Earth, like dig your toes in Mother Earth, take your shoes off, get off the concrete?
When we go to the beach, we try to go as much as we can, Mike.
Absolutely.
We really try not to let the work schedule or anything like that, become the mindset. It's way too much beauty around it,
Exactly. Yeah. We try being one with the earth.
Yes.
Good. I know Jean does. She's always down at the beach.
Yeah.
Well, when it can be. But Michael.
Influences.
Jean is such an inspiration. I love her so much. Michael, I love Jean so much. She's such an inspiration.
Yes.
Such an inspiration.
Yes.
You have no idea.
I concur.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Very grateful. Very
Jean, you're
grateful.
awesome.
Aww. I just wanted to add to about what your question to Johnny and Luz, thank you, is they're also from New Jersey, so they used to spend a lot of time up in the mountains, like the same mountains that I will go and hang out in when I go there.
Yeah. Yes.
Like 10 minutes away.
Still get one with the earth.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
How come we don't say like I'm from? How come we don't say like I'm from Joyzy?
Yeah.
That's what everybody says. Oh, you from Joyzy?
I'm not sure. I guess it was the lazy side of it. I always cut it off at Jersey for some reason.
I don't know Jersey.
I always say, I'm from Jersey. That's great.
I'm calling into Blog Talk now.
Press 1 to hear. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're dialed in.
Wait, we're in there?
You don't have to do anything. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Blog Talk listeners, to the Healing Circle number 53.5. And I gave it a half number today because we're doing a special show, and we have J. Biz Russell and his beautiful wife, Luz.
Peace, love.
Hi, everybody. Peace, love, and happiness. We love you. Thank you so much for watching us.
And we have Michael Harris is here joining us live tonight. Say hi, Michael.
Hello, I'm so pleased to be here. Bless you all.
Mm-hmm.
and there might be a gentleman named Steve who might be calling in, also from California. He doesn't have a computer, so he has only his phone. So he said that he would call in. So I hope he gets to call in. So I need to put this here to, when you all talk, and then bring it up here so that Blog Talk can hear me when I talk. Okay.
That's no problem. We got it, team.
It's down packed.
So we had an amazing experience today when we were doing the honoring for the elder. That's done a lot of healing from all the stuff that happened in their lives. I'm talking about First Nations, Natives, Indians in Canada. And so you've heard of the peace pipe from the movies?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, the peace pipe isn't really called the peace pipe by us, but it's used in peaceful purposes. And so it was given to the Sioux people, and they've shared it with us. And so we're able to carry them. And so we had a ceremony today. I think there were 6 pipes that were loaded up today and prayed for. And the whole world is in these pipes, if you understand that. And so we're praying for the street people, the homeless. We're praying for people who are sick. We're praying for people who have passed over, for the spirits to go to heaven in a good place, that kind of thing. And when we're using these pipes, we don't actually inhale the smoke. We just kind of bring it into our mouth and then we blow it back out. But it's a very healing, sacred ceremony. And so I just wanted to share that with you, listeners, that it's an ongoing practice. The people who carry the pipes need to be trained and given permission to carry the pipes. That's the pipes that are for the people, and that's what we had was people pipes today. People have their personal pipes, and if you wanted to make your own pipe or go purchase a pipe and have a sacred ceremony and pray with it, then nobody's going to stop you from doing that either. I just wanted to bring that up from a spiritual significant part of the program.
That's awesome.
And thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Michael. That's awesome.
Very cool.
That's really cool.
Thank you, Michael. Listen, I'm going to go over here to Blog Talk. I'm going to move this screen down for a minute because this could be Steve, and I'm not sure, so let's see. Welcome, caller. Hi. Is this Steve? Hi, is this Steve?
It sure is. I'm watching your show finally. How are you?
I'm great. It's so great to hear your voice. Thank you for calling in. So you're seeing Luz and Johnny and Michael then, right?
Yes.
Peace, love.
Hi, peace, love.
I like your dress. Your dress are awesome.
Right back at you.
Right back at you. Thank you so much.
Stay blessed.
I appreciate that. We both appreciate that. We all appreciate that.
Stay blessed. Absolutely.
Steve, where are you in comparison to Hollywood? Johnny and Luz are in Hollywood, California.
New Jersey bred, but we're out in Cali.
Like another state away, but I'm home.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Steve, because Johnny spoke.
All the way up in San Francisco. I love Hollywood. Guys are lucky to be here.
Did you hear what Steve said? Steve said he's
partially. I know that he was stating about out in Hollywood. Can he raise the volume a little bit more by chance? I definitely want to hear.
Steve, raise the volume on your phone, please. I've got mine all the way up. Johnny, he said he lives in San Francisco.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you.
Jonathan?
Yes.
Yeah,
He's got company.
Jonathan?
Yes, I'm right here.
Can you ask Luz not to talk? Because they're in the background. We can't hear anything because of their talking and laughing.
No worries. They are We are just Dave. I'm sorry. Just open the doors a little bit. I'm sorry. No, you're fine. A little love came to the door for sure. Sorry, guys. Godivagram.
Thank you.
Johnny.
Yes.
Are you in Hollywood? Are you into that entertainment thing, or did you just end up there?
Okay, yes, perfect. Thank you so much for your patience as well in the vibes. Well, to be honest, I had friends that lived out here, and during the time, started just vacationing. You know, I was always doing music back home in the East Coast, New Jersey, touring back and forth, up and down, along that coastal side. And you know, I enjoyed what I was doing, and always wanted to be able to make the rest of the world my home as well. I didn't want to just be confined to just an area, and not for any reasons of just a specific gain exactly, but just having the adventurous side to me, and always wanting to be able to contact, interact, and touch others, you know, as well as see what else can touch myself, you know, see those experiences and what they have along with me. So getting out to California, I was granted the opportunity with friends that lived out here, and me and my wife started to come out here for a couple vacations. And eventually, after a few seminars, stuff like that, and just small journeys, I really started to just enjoy another side of creating a tradition in another place and hopefully impacting it, you know. And especially out of, I guess, all places that has such a strong energy that can be negative as well as positive, and have such a strong influence on so much of our younger as well as older generations, and so much like just this one certain place, which is very strange to me at least. It shouldn't have so much of a strong hold on people's mindsets. So I felt, why not? Let me start right out here in this crazy place of Hollywood, and add a loving, strong, and confident energy, you know, that I would love to bring out and hopefully resonate with good people, and even with the ones that aren't. You know, those are the ones that really need to find that experience more than anything else. You know, it's not even for me to label them a bad energy. It's just that they haven't found or awakened themselves to the right one. You know, that's within them. So more than anything, you know, I guess that's why I'm here. And thankfully, you know, the seasons are a little bit more welcoming. You know.
Oh yeah.
So more than that, I'm at least able to have a bit more seasons to focus on if I can go outside and get one with nature and touch people on a outdoor kind of performance or something like that. So just all those things just awaken me to other opportunities. You know, maybe we'll talk and we'll be in India the next time. You know what I mean? But still, you know, can't be too far from Gene.
Not at all. Never.
And,
Ever.
you know, by that loving vibe, you know, we learn that the heart is the home always, and why we, you know, we never are too far. So that's really what has me so grounded, being out here, able to be in Hollywood, and I mean my loving wife next to me as well. So you know, it's a twin flame thing. So yeah, combinations of blessings, combinations of blessings.
You two look like a perfect match.
They are a perfect match.
Aw, thank you so much. That's awesome.
I'm humbled from your words, and humbled from the experience, man. Thanks so much.
Aw, thank you so much.
Steve, I was blessed with the opportunity to do the ceremony for Luz and Johnny when they got married last year. So that was really cool. So
Yes.
yeah, we all know each other personally, which is awesome. And if they go to India, I'm going too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You better believe it.
Absolutely. Wherever the world allows us, you know, we will bring our energy and an open heart, you know.
Steve, why don't you share? Would you like to share your musical talents?
Sure. I wouldn't know how to do that. I played with a lot of Carlos Johnson. You've heard of them? Hello?
Hello. Did you see Robert Johnson?
Right there.
Carlos Johnson, Santana. I played with Santana's very spiritual. He says that he channels angels and whatnot. And I play with a lot of big bands, and music is very spiritual to me.
Wow, that's awesome. You played with Santana. I love Santana. And I agree with you. Yes, he does. And when he plays for the angels too, besides.
Yeah.
And
those guitar strings are blessed.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Wow, Steve, that's so cool.
You mentioned that Hollywood has negative and positive energy. I agree. California, the whole coastline is very spiritual. There's a lot of UFO sightings and a lot of strange energies by the coastline. So it's not necessarily so shallow like some people think. It's a very spiritual place.
So true. So true. It's absolutely. You know,
you guys might want to think about Facebook friending each other.
yes.
You
absolutely. And congratulations and many blessings to you as well, Steve. That's very awesome. You know, that just already shows that, you know, you've been an example as well as an inspiration on the journey you're doing. So that's just awesome, man.
That's amazing. That is so cool. That's a super, super experience to be able to do.
Well, thanks for having me on, and I'm going to watch the rest of the show. Sorry my phone isn't as clear as it could be.
Oh, no, man. We thank you, man. The heart and the vibes are clear. So, you know, where technology fails, you know, love prevails. So it's all right, man.
That's cool. Thank
Right
you.
back at you.
Everyone.
God bless you too, Steve.
Blessings.
Oh, God bless you too.
I'll send you Johnny and Luz's Facebook link after the show.
Yeah, man. Out here in California, brother.
Oh, he hung up.
Oh, no worries.
Aww.
We're connected.
He didn't have to hang up. All we had to do was put him on hold.
Yeah, it's cool.
Whoops.
It's okay.
Whoops. Sorry about that.
Yes.
Whoa.
Sorry, earlier we had a little we live in the apartment building here, so sometimes we get some neighbors that still show up and drop by some love.
We got some
They had some little candies they wanted to bring us.
candies for us.
They were pretty serious about it too. You see this?
Wow.
Little truffles and everything with a heart on it. So yeah.
That is so
That's
sweet.
great.
Yeah. What a cool little timing.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. So that was really awesome that Steve called in. That was really great.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Sounds like some really great things going on too.
And he did call back, but I think he wants to just be on hold because remember he said he was going to listen to the rest of the show.
Yeah, no doubt. That's cool.
But I've been chatting with him a lot lately, and I knew that he played guitar and was involved in the music industry, but I had no idea like how involved. And wow, I am really honored that he is my friend because he is also awakened too, but like to be and I'm not putting him on a pedestal, but what I'm saying is for him to be in the industry like you're in the industry and to
that's
be
awesome.
awakened,
I absolutely get it. No, definitely. It's really good to see that coming around to light. That's all. It's if anything, it's just about balance. Wherever we are, And in music, there should as well be a balance, you know. Generations need it ahead as well as you know, our peers now. You know, so that's a beautiful thing. You know, everyone can appreciate that, keeping it light.
Well, and just like Michael, you know, like there's a lot of singing in Michael's culture and ceremonies, but there's also a lot of dance. Do you have powwows down in your area, Johnny?
Not as many as there should be, but at the same time, I stand corrected too, or at least sit corrected, because there are a lot of awakened ceremonies and gatherings that they tend to have even on a monthly basis. It may not be how can I say, as heavily promoted, of course. And that's by anyone's choice more so, but they tend to, I see more of those things happening, gatherings where people are getting together on a group vibration of meditation. Certain ones are more so tribal connected, you know, and some are just more so of the certain spirituality choices. So it's I can't say that it's as tightly traditioned in that sense. Only because it's a couple other faiths and so forth that tend to be mixed. But there are a lot more conscious gatherings that I do see in certain counties and things around here. Just not necessarily in the Hollywood area and so forth.
I actually, now that we're talking about that, I actually saw one on a page that I follow on Instagram. They're having one of those out here in Los Angeles. And it's like meditation, yoga, vegan food, stuff for the kids, like different activities, arts and crafts. So it seemed like a really cool thing to do. You know what I mean? I would love to go to one of those.
Well, I think what you would really love is to be at a real traditional indigenous ceremony. I think you would really appreciate that. Don't you think, Michael?
Yes. You know, most people are quite amazed at how it affects their psyche, their spiritual self, how their heart lifts up, how they feel joy, and that's because their spirit is being looked after when you're walking in there. Like when we go in there and we have our grass dancers, and they're the first ones that dance, and they're generally male, and it's like the old days when you're on the prairie. There's lots of grass, so you need a place to dance. So the grass dancers go out there, and they would kind of like dance on the grass to flatten it, so then it would open it up, and then so they would be blessing the ground for the other dancers. So we continue that tradition today. So they go out and they bless the grounds, and then you'll have all the different kinds of traditional dancers, jingle dress dancers, fancy dancers, you know, elder dancers. There's children dancers. You know, it's a very cultural, spiritual thing.
That's amazing. Right there.
Oh my gosh, I would love to attend one of them.
That's just honoring the ancients right there. You know,
wow.
I gotta say, I just love that, and I love hearing that. You know, you can't get enough of it.
Well,
I think if you probably Googled powwows and then hit your state, you probably have some powwows during the year there somewheres, you know.
Oh sure, absolutely. Not as heavily promoted, of course. It's not you know, it's not something in a sense to be heavily promoted like a gathering of entertainment. You know, it's entertainment. You know, true inner energy and all of those things you're getting in contact with. So that's so respected. And God bless you, Mike, for sharing that kind of knowledge and that light, because it's preserving, it's keeping that culture alive, you know. We kill a lot of that stuff off with our modernization, so we need that out here. We need it.
Yeah, things have changed a lot, like especially with the reconciliation happening here in Canada, and whereas it wasn't that long ago, all these dances and different rites. I was talking about the pipe ceremony we had; those were all outlawed, and if you chose to do that, you would be put in jail.
So believed. It's crazy. You know? Yeah, of course. Whatever opens up your mind from another perspective is somewhere, you know, banned or something of that sort. You know, that's crazy.
Well, Michael told me a couple of years ago that at one time it was banded from drumming.
Yeah, everything and anything that was cultural or spiritual.
Yes, most definitely.
We could not even hire a lawyer, because if we hired a lawyer, then we'd be put in jail, and the lawyer would lose his license.
Wow.
So there was no protection for us.
No,
that is amazing.
You know, and that's where the side of being able to hone in with yourself and your ancients and those things are really most powerful and most needed. You know, because people try to how can I say, just really extend the hands of restraints on the material way, you know, and you forget that there's so much more power inside, you know.
Yeah, but praise Creator, you know, we have sustained and all these ceremonies and our regalia and such are all legal now. So you know we are doing healing work. We're helping our elders. You know, it was 1996 was the last residential school was closed. You know, and so you know when the children are in the schools, they don't witness parenting.
Yeah.
So when they become parents, they don't have any idea whatsoever how to parent. And plus
no
they've got all this pain in them as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was people say, well, why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? Well, you got to remember where they were. They were like in prison.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Children prison.
Most definitely.
Well, Michael, 1996 was
Most definitely.
That's not that long ago. 1996.
That's only 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
That's so crazy. That's too soon.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why when people say get over it, it doesn't cut it because we're still in it.
It doesn't.
Well, that's why it's really good, Michael, and it's a gift and a blessing that people, indigenous people like yourself that are out there walking the red road, but to also help your people. And it's come a long way for you to be able to practice your ceremonies.
That's right. You know, and like you were saying earlier there, Liz, you know, you got wake up, today's going to be a great day kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so if we could all just say one thing at the end of the day, say something that made me happy today. Because sometimes we get into a real rough space. Someone said something to us. Someone's done something to us, or watch the TV and something's happening that kind of gets your blood up a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, so before you go to bed, you can say, "Well, I'm going to sit back here and think about something that happened today that made me happy." What would you say there, Jonathan?
Well, for me, usually, meditate for a moment, you know, and try to.
Not usually. Saying today.
For today,
right now, what would you say right now? Something that made you happy today?
You know what? Waking up and being aware of it. You know, being able to own the fact that I'm awake and that I have potential for the whole rest of the day for anything to happen. You know, and go in the right direction. You know, I just try to at least get that early moment.
Yeah, that works for me. Jean?
I had a great day today.
Just pick one thing. What's something that made you happy today?
Everybody being on this show tonight.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's
what about
awesome.
Luz?
What about you, Michael and Luz? What could you say? What's your happy thing for today?
Luz, you can go first.
I think I would say, because I didn't make it to go work out to the gym today, to go do my class and then my yoga class after, I think what made me feel really happy was the fact that I was able to do some yoga this morning before, you know, starting off my day and going to work and stuff. That's what really made me happy.
Good.
Oh,
What made me happy was, you know, having a life giver choose to spend a lot of money and a lot of effort and a lot of organizing to organize the honoring for our elder who is, you know, 72 years old, done a lot of stuff in his life, and to attend there and be part of that. I did an honoring for him. I brought a gift for him, and my female aspect's wide open. So I've taken out all the blocks from my heart. So those emotions that our women have, I have. Every man has it in them, but we're taught as young boys to cover it up and not to cry and all that thing.
Absolutely, it's so true.
Mine's wide open. I worked on it for years, and
That's
you know, I got
awesome.
about halfway through my presentation of honoring this man who I love, and the tears started to come, and I was having a hard time talking, and people are looking at me, and I said, "This is all joy. This is all happiness. I'm struggling through trying to talk to you, and I got all these tears. It's because to have a man love you and respect you and be there for you, and not in a hurtful way in any way, not asking for anything from you, not expecting anything from you, just being your friend and helping you, right, and guiding you. That's amazing.
It's a really amazing feeling. I was just talking about that actually today, that it's a real good feeling to feel loved and appreciated and cared for. Like, it's a real, real good feeling.
You are, babe.
Michael, that is awesome.
Absolutely.
That is so cool.
So true.
That's awesome.
So true,
it's
brother.
Amazing.
God bless the words.
It's amazing to be able to be a part of that as well.
Well, and you know, the other point that I'm trying to make is Michael was a teacher in that moment to the other men there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing better than that.
Absolutely. Showing them that, you know, men do cry. And to me, I think that's...
But he was crying joy.
Joy, exactly. But whether you cry joy or whether you cry sorrow, to me, and if you're a man, that's what really makes you a man. Because to me, like, to be a man is to show your true emotion.
Your heart speaks.
Yes.
Your heart lives.
Just being a man and letting your heart speak, that to me is being a man. That to me is being an amazing, well-rounded man.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, I spent years getting that female aspect open because we were taught as young boys that we're better than girls, and girls are taught from being born that men are better than them.
Yeah.
And that's so wrong. That is so wrong.
Okay, listen, the show's over in like 90 seconds. So, Johnny.
So soon.
I know. I feel like we just got
and Michael,
started.
we have to all say goodbye. Johnny's on my Spiritual Guidance Network Radio.com show on March 3rd at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. He is blessing me by getting up and ready to roll at 5 a.m.
You're blessing me.
Michael Harris will be hopefully on one of my shows soon. So I wanted you guys to be able to say goodbye. I want to thank everybody for listening and tuning in. Thank you for joining tonight for this special show.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for having us, Jean. We really appreciate it. We're really, really happy that we're able to be part of your show and
part of your life.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Mike. It's such a blessing meeting you, brother. I'm sending nothing but love back to you, man.
Absolutely.
We're connected.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
blessings to all of you, to the listeners, to Jean, angels on your pillow watching over you, sweet dreams.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Those are Jean's words. I borrow them.
Yes, rocking hugs.
Yes.
Rocking
hugs. Jean's words, I borrowed them too.
Good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night. Peace, love, and happiness to all. We love you. Thank you so much for hearing us, listening to us.
I love you, Johnny. I love you too, Michael.
Love you back. Love you back. Peace.
We love you too, Jean.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Michael.
Good night from the Great White North.
Yes. Awesome.
Good night.